because I want this to be funny, to be fun. So enjoy, enjoy. This is for you guys, and feel free to ask any questions as possible. Harshit, we're starting with you. And also, Harshit, feel free to chat to write anything while I draw this, and uh, and I will help you. Cool. Let's start with this one. So you are right now. This is shape design, right? Yeah, this is shape design. Cool. So for shape design, guys, we have CSI, the lemon theory, straight versus curve, volumetric shapes, and the tapering theory. Those are the main things that we're doing here. What I'm going to do is draw overs on top of these Hershey to see how accurate you were into this. And yeah, you were very accurate. You were very accurate. I feel like we are missing something here, and is that when I am drawing these volumetric shapes, when I'm drawing these volumetric shapes here, I'm trying to do something like this. I'm trying to do something like this. For example, if this is the torso, if this is the torso, I'm trying to create that volumetric shape on the torso here. Bam, bam, bam. So I'm not copying the pose, I'm studying the pose. Bam, bam. And the moment that I added this line going this direction, this line going this direction is when I start creating these volumetric shapes. And on top of these volumetric shapes, I can break this down. I can break this apart. I can add the, um, the surface lines here. I can then transform this into a cube and then convert this into the panties. So boom, contour line, 3D edge here. And then from here, I'm drawing around to have the shape of the panties. Around. And from this shape of the panties, and from around. And from this shape of the panties is where I'm going to extrude this leg. Bam, see? And then from here to here, if I'm going around like this is going to be super low opacity because I still want to draw this, but I want it to look darker because then this will look like a panties in a front view. So I just want to go super soft to know that this is the point and this is the point that I'm going to extrude this leg here. Man, see? So I want to see that. I want to see that we are having an awareness of the volumetric shapes. And on top of this, when we were doing the clean, when we were doing the clean of this, yeah, we're doing the clean and we're just highlighting these lines to get to what this character is telling me here in terms of shape design. And on top of this, I can add the cloth. If these pants are a little bit higher, I can add this and see how everything matches the volumetric shapes that I drew. So that's how the character starts feeling. Boom, starts. Oh, I should draw this in another layer. It starts feeling like super 3D, super well constructed. From here to here like this, and I can add extra volumes here, like the chest. On top of that, on top of these volumetric shape that I drew first. Cool. That's the main idea. And from here to here, I can add another turning edge here, man, something like this. I will say like, no, this is a bit more straight like this. So I'll do something like this. Man, with a C here. Boom. Cool. So I'm drawing these volumetric shapes. Bam. And then we have here the side plane. I am using the shapes that I am drawing. I'm not just drawing shapes floating around. It's like this shape is here, but this leg is connected here. It's like, where is that connected? I am drawing my gesture lines, and on top of those gesture lines, I am adding the volumetric shapes. And I'm not talking only about volumes or torso volumes. I'm talking right now about volumetric shapes because we already went out of the perspective days and we're drawing shapes with a sense of volume. So that's huge. That's huge. That's when, and the Yoni Bravo animation, for example, that Omar is making, we're working with the torso of Yoni, just doing something like this. But because we have this line here and this line here, we already have the sense of perspective. Like this is going this way, this way, this way. So when I have to add the Thailand, when I have to proceed with the Thailand process and I need to add other pieces of the character, I can I can connect all of these pieces with the torso of the character itself, and not with a floating cloud of rhythms only. So, but instead with a very grounded shape here. Boom. And that's the main idea. All of the lines that we're adding here should have a purpose here. For example, this is, I don't like to talk about anatomy because it's not that important. But just so you know here, for example, this shoulder will be attached, the anatomy of the shoulder will be attached to these bodies into something like this. Bam, bam. And from here to here, I am not drawing the gestures right now. Ideally will be to draw the gestures. Bam. So everything is connected inside of this torso. So there's no just shapes here and then yeah, maybe I'll connect the elbow here. No. Everything is connected. Everything is connected on top of this. The chest. Let me see the chest. Cool. The chest from here to here. Bam. Bam. Cool. Bam. And then from here to here, I connect the shoulder here. Bam. Also, and then on top of this top plane that I created here is where I'm going to extrude. And the anatomy of the shoulders come here for a normal body. This is the shoulder, this is the top part of the torso, and the trapezius comes here and attach here, and then goes up. And then we have the neck here. Bam. In the back view, we have the trapezius here, and then the shoulder goes around of this trapezius here. And then we have the scapula here. Cool. So this same order that we follow in anatomy is the same order that we're going to follow here in the shapes. But that's why I don't like to talk about anatomy because it's confusing. But if we just uh, approach this as a puzzle, it's like, yeah, we have a thing here, the shoulder, this block here, this shoulder is attached to this block, and on top of this block we extrude the trapezius or just another shape. And because every character anatomy is super different, dude, we're going to work with crazy shapes here. So in this case, man, man, not that much. Man. Cool. And see, everything is connected. Everything is connected. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm designing simple shapes. This is the lemon. This is the lemon from here to here. That's why I'm giving you simple concepts so we can draw with those simple concepts. So from here to here, this is going this way, and this is going this way. One line all of that. Remember the first days? One line all of that. And be more accurate here with the I don't I need to look I need to be super careful with the shapes, with the proportions here because everything is very well designed. When we're designing when we're doing shape designs, we're designers. Imagine this is designing logos. So imagine the logo of the, for example, in the Ecuadorian flag, we have the logo, we have we have three lines, bam, bam, bam. We have the shield here, bam. We have a little animal here and all of that. Like if the logo is this side, that side is going to be that part of the logo for the flag on all the flags. But if there is a flag in which the logo is like this, it's like that's not Ecuadorian flag. It's the same thing here. It's like which is the size, what is the size of this, and how the size of the proportion of this head fits this negative space that is surrounded by these trapezius shape. So it's super important to be more accurate in that stuff and building everything with proper construction. So that'll be my notes for this drawing. And yeah, I think that'll be enough for you to see and to analyze which other parts have been also not properly represented by your drawings, right? But other than that, cool. Let me see the simplification of your lines. Even on the cleanup, I love to go around and then leave these parts, so still we have the feeling that is going all the way around. Other than that, cool, nice. Hands. Oh well, those hands are not that cool neither, but yeah, nice, cool. Also, hope it helps. Or should, if I let me see another one of your drawings. Who's this? Who's this?
It's mine. Yeah.
Is yours, Omar? Okay,
Yes.
okay. Go. One sec. I'll be back on that. Okay, this one, Hershey. Yeah. So let me do it again. Bam, bam. Here, it's like feel how soft this character is. It's like, ooh, look at it. Look at that thin waist of this character. Here I have my shape. Here I have my shape. Bam. And here I'm going all the way around like this. Bam. I can draw a plumb line here to go from leg to leg. And then from here to here I go like this. Bam. Little foot here and the other foot here. Bam. See, and I'm going super soft. Seeing an S here. I'm having a lemon here. Having a lemon here. I am one lining this to this from here to here. One lining this. Having another lemon here. I have a lemon here. And this is like a straight. Here we have a lemon here, and here we have another half of the lemon this way. And then from here to here, I can extrude this up the neck. One line here with the neck here. Draw volumetric torsos here. Bam, bam, bam. Things I will keep in mind this point. Cool. The volumetric torso of this is going to be something like this. Amazing. From here to here, we have this part of the sleeve. Then we have the hand, bam, bam, bam. So this is how our gesture drawings will evolve. Let's open this a bit, like, this is how the gesture drawings will evolve at this stage. Our gesture drawings will be super heavy shape oriented right now, but still I'm being super loose. And most of the time I am starting with the main rhythm, and then on the other side, boom, I am adding the tapering shapes, the lemon shapes, and all the concepts that I'm sharing on the shape designs. Boom. And then from here, I think I give a lot of rest here and cool, something like this. Amazing. And then from here to here, head, skull, side plane, center line, eye line, and then from here to here, the cheeks. Bam! Awesome. And here from here to here, we have the forehead. And then from here to here, see the center line is where this part of the hair is going to be placed on top. Bam! We have this part of the hair going around like this. Bam! 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 Now here I draw another contour line here, like the same way that we are doing for the panties, and from that line, boom, and extruding these ears. Bam, from here to here, same thing. Bam, ears. Cool. Then from here to here, I extrude a line here towards the front, and on top of that line, I add this nose. Yeah, cool. I'll stop there. Let's go back to your drawing. Okay, tell me, Harshit, what is the difference between what you did, what you did in terms of the experience of drawing this character, if you can, or you guys also, if you would like to share the what is the main difference between what I did and versus what you think how Harshit experienced the drawing.
I
Any
think
comments?
Harshit went for the soft cloud pass that you did, but it's just the angle that's a bit different from yours, and the reference itself. The Harshit's drawing is leaning a little bit more forward,
Okay,
and that's affecting. And that's the difference that I can see between these two.
okay,
Yeah, I think that's all I have right now.
cool. So yeah, is angles also proportions is huge because the body is super small here compared to the head, and also the overall shape here of the legs. We have this. So so yeah, I'm trying to look at those proportions and trying to be accurate with those and trying to one line as much as I can all of these parts. Like one line in the neck, the back of the thing yours is more straight and close to reference, and mine is leaning forward. And the rib cage is also big. Yeah, proportions, angles, and also see how on this part of the shapes we're one lining here all of this from here to here with one lining all of this. So we're keeping or preserving the flow of the character. Bam, cool. And if I were to move this, look at that. And because this is something that what we are doing as animators, what we are doing moving is moving shapes inside of a frame. And the clearer those shapes are, the clearer those silhouettes are, the easier will be for us to communicate our intentions to the audience. So if our shapes are not clear enough, then we are going to communicate a different message. And the shapes of this character is just something like this. So the closer we get to those things, the better. Bam. Cool. Also, let's go to another one. So the cleanup, yeah, these hands we can clean those hands a bit better. I will clean those hands into something like this. If I have here this rough pass of the hand, something like this, imagine this is the gesture. Imagine this is the gesture of the hand. And if I need to clean that, I'll create a new layer. If I need to clean that, I will one line this part of the palm with the pinky here, C curve here, C curve here, C curve here, C curve here, bam. So we have an S here, a C here, we have here a C, then we're going like this, bam. And from here to here, we're going like this. A lemon, the big lemon on this side, half of the lemon here, and then straight here. Then we're going like this, all the way down to here. I will taper this so I can make those thicker towards the top. And even though I'm not 100 accurate with the reference, I simplify all of this using the same concepts that I share with you. So it doesn't matter because it looks badass. It looks on model. That's the main thing. It looks on model. I can even make this as a scene only like this. Cool. Now it looks more closer to the character. Bam! And this is how we draw cartoon hands. Cool. So I would love to see more attention into these hand drawings. Just more love into this, because everything represents the character. Even the hands represents the character, and the shape designs of the hand is telling me is communicating a totally different character than the one that I am seeing here. So that's huge. That's important. Cool. Awesome. Let's go to this one. So yeah, this looks like an adolescent, and this looks like a kid. This just center line here. the torso. This is a very symmetrical pose, but still I'm working with asymmetry. Asymmetry, where is asymmetry? It doesn't matter how much time do you get to one pose. Really, we were tracking the time on the gestures. You can still keep track of the gestures, so you can keep practicing your speed. But here's just about learning. Here's about learning and absorbing as much as you can from the characters. Like if you need to practice hands, or if the hands of the character design that you're drawing inspires you to practice hand, draw the hands. But at least if you don't want, if you don't have the time to draw the hands, just do a gesture pass that represents the gestures. For example, here I'm not drawing very accurate. I don't know, legs. I'm not drawing the exact same feet design that this character have, but I'm using the same shape language, super short corners. So that's the idea. Even though if you don't have the time to draw a hand, just try to use the shapes as a tool to communicate that you're drawing the same character that we were looking at. Bam, bam. See, I'm drawing around this shape here like this. Bam, beautiful. Awesome. See how this looks like it's grounded there, and from here to here, the head, from here to here, center line, eye line, side plane, center line, and from here to here, boom, look at this clear representation of this volume here. Boom. Awesome. Cool. And from here to here, I can draw a circle here. Bam. And from this, I will extrude this ear, which is also a straight versus curve here towards the top. And I'm not fast right now, but I'm feeling, I'm learning from the character. Man, Iron Blaze quality, guys. Damn. And the interesting thing is like when we see people like Iron Blaze, like, oh, Iron Blaze is a crack, dude. All my mentors in college draw exactly like Iron Blaze, because Iron Blaze draw like an animator, and all the animators, at least the old traditional animators, they draw it the same way. They draw in the same way. So it's not like there's talented people out there. It's just there are some tools out there. There is the correct way of animate for traditional animation. And it's not the same to learn to draw for academic drawing purposes, like Proco teaches, or like when you go to, I don't know, to illustration classes. It's not the same learning to draw for animation that drawing for illustration or drawing for academic drawing purposes. It's not the same. It's not the same. And there's not many people talking about that out there. It's like we share some concepts, yeah, but it's not the same. Like the Loomis head, yeah, but how can you apply the Loomis head into animation theory? And around this eye mask, I'm going to share more info about the eye mask on the posing videos. Yeah, eye mask. Cool. Yeah, it's okay. I feel I need more volume here. Cool. Also, this is my quick study, this is my quick gesture, and on top of this, if I want, I can clean and I can fix the angle of the head and the proportions, making more adding more volume here. But for study purposes, this works. I learn, I study the character, I draw from the character, and I extracted all the information that I needed from this design. Cool. And also see, for example, here, this, down, down. Look at the squash here. Look at the squash here. Bam. Cool. Also, let me see if you have another one. Harshit. Okay, this one here. Let's go. So from here to here. Now let me draw into the figures. So I have this rhythm here. I have this rhythm here. I have this to the here like this. I have this rhythm here like this. Bam. From here to here we have the panties. From here to here we're extruding these. Bam. Tapering here towards the no tapering here towards the bottom, drawing around the base here so I can make this foot feel grounded there. Boom. Look, the angle of this foot is like this, but instead this angle should be something like this. Look at how grounded now it feels. That's why I like to start sometimes with the ground plane and then extrude up. Boom. See, grounded. Grounded. Cool, cool. And I'm drawing just shapes. Needed more space here, but I don't care. Bam.
The
Drawing
tilt of
around,
the head.
around, around, around. Sorry, what?
The tilt of the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The tilt of
Okay,
the
I
head
was
is
just
this way.
yeah, something like mm,
Cool.
so I'm
There you go.
losing
So
the
yeah, on top of this rough pass, boom, super dynamic rough pass out of shapes. I can back go on top and then fix all that kind of stuff. Bam. Bam. Super loose. I'm thinking about the shapes of this character. Look at this shape here. Look at this shape here. It's tapering towards that side. This is tapering towards this side. So those are the things that I will love to see here. Look at this shape here. Then we're having this shape here. Cool. So when I'm drawing, I'm thinking about it's like a puzzle. I'm trying to create all of that puzzle of dynamic shapes. Here's opening. Look at this shape going all the way here. Bam. Cool. So on top of that rough pass, I am adding all of this stuff. Also, so yeah, grounding the feet, connecting the parts, adding more volumes here on these volumetric shapes, and yeah, just keep pushing all of that stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. Huh? Emily, Dipti, Orchua, Harshit. Cool. Here. This was ship design too. Yeah, this was ship design too. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, thank you. Awesome, Harshit. So yeah, let me see. If I were to draw the torso here, I'll do something like this, something like this. Cool. Something like this. Contour line around like this. Contour line like this. Yes. So we'll go up a bit more. Then from here to here, we have the side plane, center line, panties, and from the panties, bam. Let me. Here the breast. Lemon here. The hand here. Half of the lemon here. Lemon here too. Bam. And we're going up, back. Lemon here. Bam. So I'm super loose. This is like my rough shape design pass. So if I need to fix some stuff, I can do that. Cool. This is how I will start drawing this gesture. Oopsie. This shape design practices. Cool. Bam. So yeah, I don't feel like these boobs are grounded on top of this character because we don't have a clear construction of the character. So because we learn perspective, because we learn form, because we learn to draw volumes, that's what we're doing here. But there is a point in which yeah, we don't have to draw all of these lines, but because I see like you need to draw those lines, feel free to draw those lines. Okay, feel free to draw those lines, and eventually we can just go into something like this. Bam, 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 and then on top of this, I can just start adding these and then start constructing the character on top of this. But yeah, feel free to draw the construction lines so you can still place all of this properly. Bam. Yes, bam. And then from here to here, even though I'm not drawing the pelvis on these shape days, I still drawing this like around that imaginary pelvis, imaginary panties shape. Bam. But yeah, feel free to draw your shape designs like this because yeah, the parts are not connected, and I feel like that's the mistake that is repeating across the drawings. So we end up with these drawings that are not properly for not pro- and are not accurate for animation. Cool. There you go. That's a feedback for you, Hershey, today. Hope it helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Drawing for animation. Drawing for animation. How are you doing, guys?
All good. Enjoying the feedback.
Cool. Awesome. For sure, Hershey. Yeah, so that's huge, guys. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. When we're drawing for animation, we're not illustrators. We are not painting. We're not no. We need to have things that works in 3D, that works in construction, that are solid drawings, solid drawing. One post is still left. Okay, I give you a lot, Harshit already. Get out of here. No, no, it's okay. Like that's the main thing. That's the main thing, Harshit. That's the main thing. For example, I'm going to say the same here for more. I'm going to hear say the same thing. So I'm going to go deep on this. So these gestures are working. These gestures are fun. I will even go like this. This gesture goes like this, like this, like this. We have the booty, hit the body, the booty here. One rhythm here. I don't need to go like this to here. One booty here and from here to here like this. Bam. Shoulder, arm here. Bam. Awesome. And then from here to here, the head here. Cool. And on top of that, instead of just adding this and this and this and this and this and this like this, no, we need all of this around and around. I need to feel all the pose. And the 3D torso is not only this and this. That is like that's like how illustrators work. No, we're animators. And here I'm seeing this volume here. I'm seeing all of these side plane here. Bam, 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 bam. I'm going to draw this big for you in a second. But just so that you know, like bam, bam, then from here to here, the leg connected here, bam, cool. So I need information. Every line that I am putting down is information. And if I don't put the amount of lines that I need to represent my character, that will be an incomplete drawing, and I will not have the correct information that I need. I feel the torso is even bigger here, huh? Boom, something like this. There you go, something like this. Bam. So there you go, bam. That's a torso. And then on top of this, I sorry, is there a TV sounding in the background over there? Good, good, good. And then from here to here, we're having something like this, something like this, something like this. I will even go into something like this. Boom. Then from here to here, the shoulders, as I mentioned, extrudes from here to here, and the shoulder extrudes from here to here. I want to draw better. I want to draw better. Let me go all in. I love this pose here. So let's go. Bam, bam. Draw big. Draw super big. This is something that I've been encouraging every one of you since the beginning. Draw super, 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 super big. So, the head of this dude here. Bam. Center line. Bam. Gesture drawing. Bam. I'm not seeing the other leg, so I'm going to do something like this. Bam. From here to here, we have the shoulder, the rhythm on the tricep here, and from the rhythm of the tricep here, boom, we go up. Bouncing ball volume here. Then from here to here, bam, the other shoulder. I can see these. Glenn Bill put just contour lines here like this. And then from here to here like this. Boom. Now I have a gesture, motherfucker, badass drawing. Bam! And then on top of this badass gesture drawing, I can of course add construction that looks properly done. So I can do something like this. Bam, bam. See this top plane here? Boom. And then from here to here, we can do something like this for the rib cage. Bam. And from their pelvis, bam. It's even a squash in this butt. Some squash in that pelvis. Center line, panties, bam. Oopsie. Squash, dark liner, bam. Awesome. And then from here to here, contour line there. Now, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Shoulders, bam. Here connected to this port. And then from here to here connected to this port. Look at the rhythm of this shoulder here. We connect in one line here with the bicep. It's all about shapes, and it's the same theory of the one lining and stuff and all that. Look at even the 3D, the turning edge of this bicep going all the way like this, bam. Going around like this. The chest, it connects here, and behind the chest we have the tricep. Cool. Then from here to here, awesome. So the shoulder is connected there. I have the other shoulder here. Bam. I'm imagining how this will look like comparing to this other drawing here. This we have this cylinder that we can turn into 3D edge like this. Boom. So we have even more information. Awesome. Coolness. This is the construction, guys. Everything is connected, and then from here to here, see the the traps. Boom, are grounded here. Overlapping lines there. Now the head of this dude, super small. Oh, and around his head, man, cool. So this is how we build. This is how we build these perspective downs. Because this is a more complex pose. but it's the same thing. It's just the same thing playing around. It's like when we're learning math and we learn to count with apples, and then they change the apples into watermelons. It's the same thing. I have my side plane, I have my turning edge, I have my top plane here, I have my side plane here, I have my eye line here, and I have this side plane going all the way here. Bam, center line, boom, side plane here, top plane, all of that. Cool. Omar,
Yeah, all good to know.
panties, simplification here on the cubes and 3D edges here. Also, boom, draw big. Okay, draw big, draw big. This is the information that we need. Like there are missing pieces here, missing pieces here, missing pieces here, missing pieces here. It's not only this and this. It's rhythms. It's volumes from here to here, volumes from here to here, volumes here, more thickness. That the volumes will share the thickness of the character. And yeah, how everything is connected, from where everything comes to existence, from where. It's like if we're drawing buildings, it's like in which part of the ground is this building coming from here to here. Awesome. That's how we call that build building buildings, constructing buildings from the ground up, from the ground up. And if we don't have the ground, how is we going to construct those buildings? And the same thing is for characters. It's like we need volumes. We need to show all of those volumes.
Yeah,
Also,
thank you very much.
coolness, amazing coolness and swagness. So from here to here, same thing. Bam. We're not drawing the cloth here. We're not drawing the drapery. What we're drawing is the anatomy of the character. Anatomy, sorry, the body of the character. And then on top of the body of the character, I'm being super fast. I'm not being accurate. And on top of this, and on top of this, bam, top of this is that I'm going to be able to draw the cloth. So for example, if this is the super fast, if this is the anatomy, then on top of this is that I can start drawing the clothes. But I'm not constructing the volumes of the character like if the clothes were the main volumes. No, the clothes just follows here. You see all of those tutorials about drawing drapery and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it works, but at the end of the day, it's just shapes. It's just this shape here that overlaps this shape here. So that's why it's so important. That's why I highlight all about rhythms, all about rhythms, all about gestures, all about construction, all about shapes. Because once you unlock those three, you can draw whatever you want, whatever you want, whatever. It's like I uploaded a video recently about animating some pee of a robot. It's like I don't know how to animate effects. I have no idea how to animate effects. Like technically, I've never have any course on drawing effects and stuff like that. But because I know how to draw shapes, I can design a beautiful pea design and just Add more frames in the middle with more beautiful shapes, and at the result, as a result, I have a beautiful animation. So it's that shapes. Cool.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you
Any
so
question?
much.
For sure.
No, all clear. Like, yeah.
Oh, it's raining here. It's getting sad. Who here likes
Oh,
the
wow.
rain? Who in
We
here
don't
likes the
get
rain?
that much here, so I like it when it
No.
rains a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
Because it's still hot in here.
Oh wow. So wait,
Yeah.
Omar, is summer for you right now or not?
Yeah.
It's
Like
summer for
it's
you.
not the summer, it's what is it?
Winter,
It's
fall,
autumn. Yeah,
autumn.
fall.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay, nice.
It's between, yeah, summer.
Harshit likes the rain. You are romantic, dude.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Tell me more. What are your challenges? What your challenges were here?
The first one, I couldn't just find all the bodies. I could not identify the parts of the body because it was the three of them standing in front of each other. So I just winged it a little bit. Uh, Other than that, um, the second one, I think it was cool, but the third one, getting the angle right and feeling the energy of him pulling the little girl a little bit up was a bit challenging.
Yeah, let's look at the third one because in the other one we have a lot of characters, and I think that concepts that I can share on the third one can translate on the other ones, and we can talk about the tension between both characters because that's huge.
Great.
Cool, cool, go. Let's go. Okay, your gesture drawing is nice.
Thank
Here,
you.
the translation between gesture to volumes is what we have to work on.
Okay.
So I'm going to use your gesture drawing, and I'm going to build the construction on top of your gesture drawing. Get out of here. Bam. Okay, let's work on this again. Big. Are you working big, Omar, like this?
Yeah, I'm
On the
usually
on.
drawing big and then resizing them to fit next to each other.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So your gesture drawing. Let's see. Here we're missing the Loomis head. Boom. On the gesture here. Ooh, I think we can play with the line variation. Line line variety. So we can have clarity here. So this will be clearer. Cool. And Lumi said here too. That's why I'm asking if you're drawing big, because if we draw big, we can have the chance to add all of that stuff. And then from here to here, cool. The angle of this head will be like this. Okay, let me draw another gesture pass on top of your gesture pass. I'm going to use a purple color on this one. Now you know what? Let's use a green color. Oof, green. So I have the Lumi Z, which can be bigger, side plane, center line, eye line, and then from here to here, bam, the volumes here of the head, then from here to here, the torso. So I have this little rhythm here, this other rhythm here, and I connect these two. Actually, no, we're having a squash here, so this is a seat torso, something simple like this. And from this seat torso, I can draw the leg like this. Grounded, super grounded. Something like this here. Boom. Gesture drawings. And then from here to here, we're having the arm. When we will the fundamentals video uploaded? This is the start here section. One question: when will the fundamentals video uploaded in the start here section? The fundamentals video? What do you mean? I'm not sure. Where's the fundamentals video? Oh, the fundamentals video. Yeah, that's something that I was considering uploading, but it's just an introduction. It's just me talking to the camera. It's like an introductory video of me talking to the camera of what is going to be ahead of you. It's like the same thing that I told to you, each one of you, 101. Like first comes this, then comes this, and then when you have these three pillars, you will look posing. Once you look posing, you'll be able to have joy and happiness in your life. It's just a video of me talking about the same thing that I told to you guys, and this is something that is pending in my to-do list for the new people that comes in the future. But for you guys, you already know that. Oh, okay, okay. Bam. So I can add darker lines here on this dude just to show that, oh, you know what? This dude goes in front. And then from here to here. So the arm of this dude will be lower here. The arm of this dude will be like this, like this. Then a little flower sack here. Because the line of action of this dude will be something like this. Bam, bam. Cool. That's my gesture drawing. Beautiful. Now I'm going to reduce the opacity of this gesture drawing. And I'm going to translate all the volumes. So here, I feel like we're having a little bit of a twist here. So I'm seeing this. This is important. This is part of the deconstruction that I mentioned that is super important to do. I feel like we have a little twist here. Just a little bit. Bam. Cool. So oopsie. So that's something that I found out here. And I'm going to translate the same thing. I can draw first on one side and then translate this into the other one. And the main thing about this, as I mentioned, is not accurate, is to study, is to learn from all of this. So if you trace and then you, on this other side of the drawing, you translate that information, is super valid because we are studying. I remember when we were doing animation studies with a mentor, he was like, first deconstruct the rough path, deconstruct the line of action of the character, put it next to the in some part of your screen, that animation, and then once you're going to build your own with a different character, dude, now you have all the information that you need there. You just have to follow that information. So that's super important. We are not copying, we are learning. We're learning. Bam. And from here to here, bam. Cool. And then from here to here, awesome. And then from here to here, look at that side plane. Cool.
Yeah, all good.
Coolness. Bam. Awesome. And then from here to here, let me get rid of this. Omar, is Hashi trying to scare you, or there's someone actually there?
Oh, no, no, that's just my dog that's walking there, so it's the shadow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
getting scared.
here she
I was
is.
I was getting scared. Okay. I was like, no, this couldn't happen right now.
No, no, no. All good.
I get scared. Then from here to here, the neck. Cool. Well, the rest is story. I'm happy with that body there.
Harsh it.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Well, at least my dog is here, so if there was anyone that's not supposed to be here, she would be barking in it.
Cool. There you go. That's how I will draw the torso, the body of this dude. Okay.
Great.
And
Thank you
then
so much.
everything just is comes from the gesture drawing. I just have to put more time on that, but I'll continue with the other. I think this is the main thing
Yeah,
that we have to work on is the construction of the character.
I just have a small question
Yeah.
regarding how you're actually interacting with the screen. I'm having a bit of a problem of when I'm drawing too much. I'm
Mhm.
actually thinking that I'm putting so much pressure on the with the pen on the screen, and that's why it's giving the dark lines when I'm drawing. So I'm just asking, how do you hold your pen? The only thing that worked for me is holding the pen like. Back when they used to do it throwing on traditional paper, so not to smudge the drawing and actually holding it like a brush. That was the softest way of doing it, but I've always struggled with this, that I'm very heavy handed on screen or paper. So any tips on this?
I'm also heavy handed. I'm also heavy handed,
Really?
and yeah, I'm also heavy handed. And that's something that my mentors used to tell me when I was going to left round. It's like, dude, go soft. Like you have heavy hand, and it's just about practice, being aware. Like if you're telling me that, amazing. That's the first step. Is that you're aware of that. And then the way that I hold this is just like this. When I work on traditional media, I work like this. But because I don't have traditional, I cannot do this here.
Mm,
I just do this
yeah.
here like this. And the only thing that I do is control, is start controlling, practicing. Because I draw a lot. I try to get softer. I try to do that. And also the brush that I use helped a lot. So the brush that I use, I have to draw many lines to get into the dark line. See, for example, this is me pressing. Oopsie, what the heck? Ugh. Bro, this is me pressing normally. And if I go hard, this is how
It
hard the
would,
brush.
yeah.
So the brush allows me also to explore the. But when I am having these
Okay.
brushes which doesn't have that type of this one, the variety in this brush is more about line thickness, but still, if I were to work on this, I will draw super thin lines first, and then once I am sure, boom, thick line on top. So it's the same thing here.
So you're just always being trying to be conscious about it and not putting all the weight of your hand on the screen or paper.
Yeah, it's also the experience while drawing. When I'm drawing, I'm relaxed. When I'm drawing, I'm relaxed, chill, and then once I see here my drawing, I'm like, oh, okay, I can see the drawing. Cool, line here, line here, line here, line here, line here, line here. At the beginning, when I'm drawing my rough pass, I'm relaxed or I'm just chill. If I see the pose is very dynamic, I'll go like this. But even though I'm drawing dynamic lines, I'm relaxed, I'm chill. And because I'm relaxed, I'm not feeling like I have tension on my line, so I have full control over my line. See, even though I'm being expressive with my line, but inside of me, I'm chill. And then on top of this, once I want to put final lines, I can just go harder on this. I can be like bam, 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 bam. But all the gesture pass was like my hand was dancing. I'm not trying to, that's also, I'm not trying to be accurate. I'm trying to just dance around, dance around. It's like building all of these shapes, building all of these shapes.
Okay, good.
Even with this brush that is very, very uh dark on itself. Sorry for the interruption. Other Omar, I have shared screenshot. Check it. Maybe that's something else. I am not sure. Ah, this dude. Okay, Orcho.
Yeah, I have three dogs, Harshit, so I feel safe. Thank you, Harshit, for your concern about.
You're all right. Orcho, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How you feel about this? How you feel about this, Orcho?
Okay. Okay, yeah, I specifically chose this pose because there were body parts on top of the other. So I wanted to try if I could make it a clear, like draw it, and another person will understand that, oh, the proportions are like this and like that. Yeah, I tried my best to make the information clear. Yeah. So I would like to see your thoughts on it.
Yeah, you
Mm.
did it great. You did it great. You did it great. So I will draw the pelvis around here,
Oh,
and once I
lower.
draw the pelvis there, yeah, lower, I will go here around here, center line here. So I'm aware of this three dimensionality of the pelvis, right? So from here to
Okay.
here, I'm drawing this part to here, and on top of this part, I can connect and bring this leg forward. So I'm seeing this like a cylinder into something like this, which is tapering towards the top. And then on top of that, I can bring this other cylinder like this. Bam. And then I can break this into this 3D shape. So we're seeing a little bit of the top part. And then from here to here, I can just continue the volume here.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And if I want to connect both, I think it can. Yeah, I can connect these two turning edges here like this.
Mm.
So it feels even more, feels like it's flowing even better.
Can you add the foot? Let me see you add that feet. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm. All right. Yeah, it's looking good. Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the most important thing here is like, okay, this is actually connected here and around this pelvis shape that I do here. See,
Mm.
that's one of the most important thing that I want to see here. So this
Okay.
other leg will be something like this too. In this case, we are seeing the bottom plane of this. And we're seeing the side plane of this. Boom. Cool. 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 Um. Bam. Now here, this is beautiful. I love how you're going around here, around this shape. I will go around this shape like this. Bam. Look at how three-dimensional it feels. Just turning those curves around. And yeah, this is beautiful. Very, very, very organic form. I love that. I love that. Here, let's see these ones here. Let's see how you break those into 3D edges. Look at that S there, man. Cool. Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool, 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 cool. Okay, now here the head. I feel we're missing this. Also, and on top of this, the little nose. And on top of this rounded form, see how this mouth goes. Even though it's a happy face, look at how this mouth goes around like this and then up here in the corner. See? But because we're aware of that rounded shape. And here I'm going around like this, around, 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 down. And then from here to here, the teeth, around, 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 around. The tongue, around, 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 around. And then we can color all this part. Coolness, going on the eyes, around, 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 around. Shape taper in this way. The eye mask will go a little bit up. So the eyebrow will be on top of this eye mask here. I'm going to talk about eye mask on the last posing module. Oopsie, I screw up. The angle of the head is like this. So there you go. If you just change the angle of the head and we approach drawing the features like this, you'll have a very accurate pose. Awesome. Then from here we have the side plane. We have the side plane. And boom, from here. We're missing this info, Orcho. Because this hair will go on top of that head. Cool. Awesome. Any questions, Orcho?
No, I'm good. Okay, but I was wondering
Awesome.
for this character, wait, we were adding like for the characters you drew in the beginning of the video, you're adding like maybe shoulder, is it how let's
Mm,
say just say shoulder, but this one can is it just okay to draw the torso, then attach the arms? Does this need like a separate piece for the shoulder? I was just
yes.
wondering. Yeah.
Yes. And this in here. And it's just an overlapping line here. And that's it. And rounded,
Oh,
rounded, not sharp, rounded, because it's very, very feminine. Cool.
all
And this
right.
is, let me see if I can show you this. This is the torso, just so you can use this information always, always, always. If this is the torso, and we have the clavicles here like this, and we have the clavicles like this, these are the clavicles like this, bam, 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 bam. And on top of here, behind, we have the scapula like this. They have the scapulas like here, like this, at the back. The shoulder muscles is divided in three parts. In the back part, the center part, and the frontal part. The frontal part will be attached with this part of the clavicle, with the front part of the clavicle, and the back part will be attached to the scapula. So the back part will be attached to this part of the scapula here, and the front part of the shoulder will be attached to the front part of the clavicle. So we're having a shape like this. And the middle part will be attached here in this middle part of the clavicle here. So the shoulder muscles that are divided into three parts. The back part is going to be attached in the clavicle. The front part is going to the back part is going to be attached on the scapula. The front part is going to be attached on the clavicle, and this middle part will be attached here in this tail of the clavicle here. So once we put the arm here like this, we'll see something like this. And the chest will be attached to, so we imagine we have a turning edge here on the arm. Here's where these shoulder muscles are going to be attached, and the chest is going to be attached all the way around here. So we're having a little hole here between the chest and the shoulders, and the chest will be attached there. Cool. So it's very important to consider. And if we translate that information here, it's like, oh, okay, so the clavicle of Tinkerbell will be around here, right? Cool. If I need to add an overlapping line here, these overlapping lines represents the frontal part of the shoulder because it's attached to the clavicle. That's why we are putting that overlapping line here, and we are not adding that overlapping line behind the neck. This is the reason why. It should be just a little tail over there. Does that make sense?
Mm. Yes, it does. It does. Thank you very much.
Awesome. There you go. Cool. Let's
Yeah.
go. Any other questions? No, cool. Okay, Emily, 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 Deepti, and Andrew. Okay, I'll go fast. I'll go fast on these ones. Emily, so doesn't matter if I already use this on the classroom videos. We can still use all of those and learn from this. We have look at this. Bam, we have this flow here from here to here. Bam, we have this, bam, bam, bam. And then we have this here. Bam. And then from here, look at this shoulder shrug in here, going all the way around. We have this hand here. We have this other hand here. I will even make this head a bit bigger. Then we're having these something like this here. Bam. Cool. This is the gesture drawing. I'll reduce the opacity of this gesture drawing, and I'm going to work on the construction on top of this. So imagine a flower sack. Flower sack. We have something like this for the flower sack, right? We have something like this. We have to imagine that the thing that we're drawing here in the characters is that flower sack. The torso is that flower sack. Bam. The only difference is that I'm changing, instead of being this squash at the middle, I'm changing this squash here at the top. So instead of being 50-50, this is going to be like 20-80. 80% here down of the proportions of the flower sack and a 20% here up. Bam. See, and that's how we adapt the same type of flower sack torso to different characters. Boom. And then from here to here, we have the pelvis. And from here to here, we have a little torso that goes like this. Cool. And this dude is stretching, is squashing here. The head is squashing on top of this torso. But still, I'm drawing all of this. Here we're having the leg, the knee going this way. Bam. And then from here to here, draw volumes. I forgot that. So from here to here, we're going like this, we're going like this. So cylinder, cylinder, and from those cylinders, oopsie, and from those cylinders we can translate into 3D boxes. So we have, oh no, the side plane of this cartoon will be a little bit more here. Yes. So we're having this side plane that connects all the way here towards this leg. And then we're having the foot here. Awesome. Then we're going around. We're having volumes and all of this. The side plane of this one, all the way here. Cool. And then from here to here, awesome. And we have the panties here. I'm going darker lines even here. Here the shoulder is attached. Like this video is all about the shoulders attached to this, so this will be attached here. Boom, we have this torso, we have this arm here, bam. And from here to here, this circle, the hand. Cool. I'm a little bit messy there, but that's the main idea. And then for the head, I would love to see Emily start adding more shapes into this. Start adding the eyes, the nose, so we start practicing using the Lumiset properly. So yeah, we are adding the Lumiset here, bam, and maybe adding just the nose, maybe adding the mouth, just little by little start adding some shapes to start studying all of these characters. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. There you go. That's a quick study of the. Oopsie. Wait, I closed my first one. Also, as a little rough study, that's how I will approach this construction. Oh yeah, and if we have the box around this character, then this line follows that, that follows that, that follows that, that follows that, this follows that. Bam, bam, cool. So yeah, this is the flower sack theory applied to the torsos. So we can still represent a squash and a stretch here. And it's not just a block, a geometric block. There is a shape that is representing the animation principles. Also, let's go to another one. Oh, you have another one, Archer. Cool. Henry, will there be any lectures or any tools for animation in the future? Yes. Yes, there'll be. I'm cooking those. But there'll be no those will be not easy to access. You have to work harder to access those. You have to unlock those. Bam, 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 bam. Oh no. Oh yeah. I'm screen capture this. I'm going to create content out of this. Orchua! You know that one of the videos that I give you feedback, it was the one that popped up on my Instagram account, like the Mickey Mouse
Oh,
that I was telling you about
mouse.
the content social
Yeah,
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
yeah.
one.
Yeah, cool, cool.
Yeah. So thank you for your drawings, Orchua.
Oh,
So cool. I might also do some another one about this one here. Yeah. Awesome. So Andrew, Mar, Emily, Dipti. Okay, just to keep exploring the concept of the flowers torso here is the same thing. I'm seeing this flower sack here. Yeah, this is the flower sack here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I'm drawing the flower sack. So this will be something like this, and the flower sack will be doing something like this. And because he's falling, all the sand. I don't know what is the thing that this thing have inside. All the thing here, all that all that sand that have inside will be here. So that's why this part is getting feels with more weight. This part feels like thicker compared to this part here at the top. So that's something huge. And we're translating the same information here to this character torso. So it's going to be something like this. Bam. Then we're having the center line like this. Go drawing around. Then we're having this side plane here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. And and that's the thing that I'm going to help you guys is that if I see that a concept is not making sense, I'm trying to bring new analogies. Like right now, I'm bringing the analogy of the flower sack instead of the bean, or instead of the template of the torsos. So you can use even more tools. But the only way that I can reveal these tools, if you make, guys, if you have challenges, if you have troubles into making all of this stuff, that's where I can tell more tools out of my belt. So the more mistakes that you make, the more challenges that you face, the more that I can also share with all of you. So feel free, don't be afraid of making mistakes, because that's huge. Cool. So there you go. Drawing super fast. Bam. Cool. So this is the flower sack theory applied to this drawing. So there you go. Love to see you trying this new approach, Emily. And if you have any questions, let me know, and we can still have more accurate type of shapes for the legs, like more anatomically correct, not anatomically following anatomy, but anatomically correct in the sense that we are following the proportions of the character and the shapes of the character. Here the character looks like a different character, but if we just keep this closer to what the character looks like and we add construction on top of this, that'll be amazing. And don't worry, because once you go to shape design, you'll be able to you'll be able to understand shape in a deep level. Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
Henry, can you
Yep.
can you the box on this character? Let me see
Can I
how
what?
you do that. The box, the perspective box.
Oh, the perspective box. That's a good question. Okay, cool. So this will be something like dun, 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 dun. It's just that. It's just that. Yeah. And the interesting thing is like, oopsie. The interesting thing is like the angle of the upper body is this, and the angle of the lower body is that. So if I were to draw a different box for each part of the character, so for the upper body, it will be something like this,
Mm.
and for the lower body, it will be something like this. Bam. So that's it. That's it. It's like that's why this is a perfect example of how when I was talking about gestures, guys, it's like I mentioned when you pass from rhythm to gestures, I mentioned the line of action is not everything. And it's like, what? The line of action is not everything? No, because we have one line with because we have multiple line of actions inside of the body. And not only that, we have rhythms from the shoulder to the tricep to the hand to the fingers, rhythm from the torso to the legs. So the line of action works, but it's not everything. We have a lot more different stuff. And same thing here. The 3D box around us is something, but we have a lot more. We have volumetric shapes. We have boxes within boxes. We have tilts. We have angles. We have rotation. We have twists. So that's why when we're doing perspective courses or something like that, we're practicing the same thing. With 1 point vanishing point, 2 points vanishing point, three vanishing points, but it's you get nothing from that. You already know how to draw boxes in perspective, but how you approach twist, how you approach characters where the upper body and the lower body are in different angles with different tilts. This is how we actually learn perspective, by drawing, by doing all of this crazy stuff. not by learning all the fundamentals, just drawing boxes, boxes, boxes. It's applying those boxes to characters. The same way as the line of action is not everything, and we have multiple rhythms, just drawing boxes in perspective is not everything, but we have a lot more.
Mm.
Does that help, Orchua?
Yeah, nice. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, amazing question. Amazing question. So we're going to watch deep tea. So deep tea. Okay, this is something that I mentioned to Franco. The moment that we add this overlapping line here, we're telling that the character is going back. It's doing something like this. To avoid that, we have to be aware of like where the character is going. The character is going this way. So line of action is telling us that. So what I'm going to do is draw the body of this character going that way. See, and the overlapping line here will be at the top here. And if we were to put a flower sack here, this will be something like this. Bam. Even I feel like this character is jumping, so that's something that I did not consider. So the character is jumping. Let me draw it again. The character is jumping. So we're not even having overlapping lines here. I feel we're having something like this. We're having something like this. So this overlapping line is communicating a different message. Bam.
Yeah, much.
Yep.
Yes, it's much better.
Yeah. Bam. 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 The flower sack. Okay. Boom. Let's go to the next one. Here. Doing this. Remember the 80-20 percentage instead of making these shapes even that I explained to Emily in the previous video, in the previous example. The same thing here. So we're having the center line here, here, here. So bam. Boom. Cool. Let's look at the other one. Line of action. What is doing? This dude is going here. He's going to step in the floor. He's landing. So I'm going to have that awareness of that. So this part is going to be stretch, and this part here is a squashing because we have this leg going up. But still, I feel like the line that will overlap this squash is the chest because here it feels like it's going down. It's going back that direction. So boom. Look at that squash there. Look at that flower sack there. Boom, that squash there. I'm going to draw the flower sack here. Bam. Boom. Cool. This is how we draw torsos. This is how we actually draw torsos. This is how we draw torsos. And on top of this, if I lower the opacity of this and I want to put the character on top, boom, the hand, the arm here. Boom, the other arm here. And then the leg that is going to stretch here. and then the head. That I don't want to draw right now, but boom. That's how we draw torsos. Cool. Also, and then Orcha, do you
Sorry,
want
guys, but sorry. I
sorry
really
what?
have to go. So I just wanted to say goodbye and see you next Friday.
Amazing. See you next Friday, more.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, Umar. Henry,
Orcha,
this one is okay. This you can leave this. I'm okay with the Tinkerbell's feedback. Yeah.
yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like the box on this one is a bit too complicated. We can do something
Okay.
like we can do something like this, and not to push, and that'll be cool.
Oh yeah.
Just something like that will work fine.
Okay.
Cool. Something like that will work fine. Awesome.
All right.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, I will provide feedback to Andrew on another video because yeah, this is too long, and I will like to share some stuff with Andrew. So yeah, I'll record another video for Andrew. And other than that, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining, and hope you find this useful. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Keep uploading every day. I am seeing your drawings every day and commenting on your drawings, and I hope to bring as much value in these meetings every Friday. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye Harshid. Bye Orchua. Thank you, Harshid.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.